everyone, welcome to episode 62 of the ThinkTank podcast. I am Jan.
Jess.
And how are we doing today?
I have a lot of energy. I'm also a little sore. I started, I'm gonna be doing boxing. Yeah.
More just boxing?
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
So I had my first class yesterday. It was like a trial thing. I actually got DM'd on Instagram by a boxing club that's here in Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, we want to offer you like a free like one-on-one training session if you're interested. And I was like, yes.
You're embodying JK. Love that for you.
I am embodying JK. Yeah, apparently, like, I am not too terrible at it, so...
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it could be a really fun, like... I felt, like, extremely good afterwards. I was like, yes, this is...
Yeah, for having done karate for 10 years growing up, there's just something about, like, punching things.
Yeah.
That makes it so much better.
It's a huge like stress reliever if
mm-hmm.
you know, and the guy who I was with actually he's pretty cool, and we were like talking about things. Obviously, like I have a giant symbol of BTS like on my arm, and he was like, what does that mean if you wanted to tell me? And I was like, sure. Like,
how to bond with your instructor, right?
How to explain that. He was like, I don't listen to BTS, but I love that they like were able to reach you and were able to like.
That's so cool.
You. And I was like, yeah,
that's because like not like every like non-fan can be so understanding, and so that instructor being that understanding for you is like amazing.
It's I mean, like, you know,
it's like a little like
it feels good.
Yeah,
and he was like extremely like encouraging, and like, you know, it was really funny. At one point he was like, did you ever like get into a fight with your brother? And I'm like, physically fight my brother? I mean, no, I don't think we ever physically fought. And he was like, okay, I want you to get angry and like punch the bags, punch it like hard. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna release my inner rage.
You can just think of the NTs.
Facts. Actually, to be honest, like that's what I was thinking.
Oh, nice.
It was the perfect excuse to beat up those NTs and solos.
Yeah, because like online we try like we're like the mature people. We're like,
yes,
we don't necessarily respond. We just like report, block, and mute, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now you have that beautiful like source for you to punch them.
Got an outlet, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to like start. The thing with exercise is like I need to find an exercise that I'm actually like passionate about. Like, because like during school I like went to the gym and like did all that kind of stuff because it was a part of it. I had like a gym membership like in between like the summer times at one point, but I don't know. I needed to find something that I actually was like passionate about in order to like stick with it. But I feel like this is something that I can stick with and like continue to do.
I mean, it's I speak from experience. Punching things is fun.
Yeah. Punching things is fun. I mean, like, I took karate, like, all through, you know, like, middle school. I was, like, this close to getting my black belt before we moved. But it's one of those things. But
as a black belt, I will shake my head at you. You were so close.
So close. Like, so freaking close. It, like, hurts. But you know what? I think that all those things have just been leading to this moment. But it's cool, you know, like there's like
Because like it's a good like arm workout, like back workout, and cardio.
Abs too. Like my abs are a little sore. My arms.
Yeah, because like the trick is that like even with karate or like martial arts, because since the zone to be hit in the like is like the chest area.
Yeah.
Like you have to keep your abs in. You have to keep them hard. Otherwise, if you get punched or kicked there, it hurts like shit.
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
It hurts so bad.
It hurts so bad. You know, and it's also like a good, I don't know, like a good defense thing as well. Not to like be that person, but like as a female.
No, it is very good to know how to defend yourself.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't know how to defend myself, because I do. But, you know, it's just one of those things, especially because I do a lot of like traveling by myself, and
just the trick is the temples and the nose.
Always. Gotta get those elbows up, let me tell you.
Yeah. Even like the palm of your hand, like if you give a good like you break that nose and they're out.
Yeah. It's
I'm
true.
just saying.
It's true.
Because I had to like come up with like self-defense techniques for my black belt test. I had to come up with like 15 of them. So like I have like techniques for knives, baseball bats.
You should use the miscongeniality acronym.
Oh my god.
It works every time, I tell you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
I've been considering that my online name starts with Miss kind of works.
It works. It works really well.
It works for me.
Yeah. Well, and I think like if I continue to do it, because I got like a few more sessions, so I'm gonna be doing it like every Tuesday, I think is gonna be the plan.
Nice.
For now, and going forward, yeah, I'll probably. I mean, I already got some like wraps. Obviously, they're in purple because.
Of course. Why would you not?
But I did find like gloves that were purple, and I was like, that might happen. That might happen. So we'll see. Maybe I'll take a couple of videos to show you guys.
I love that for you.
Thanks. I'm very excited.
I personally would like to get back into rock climbing.
Oh yeah, rock climbing is super fun. I honestly miss having like the fitness thing with like the UFC, like the university, because like they had like the rock climbing wall, they had like the track and like the
one of my PE, I most likely already mentioned that before. One of my PE classes in college was rock climbing.
Nice.
And so one of the like we had a field trip kind of thing where we went bouldering, like inside bouldering. And so I still have a couple of videos of that.
Nice. Well, I should take you out to actual mountains. Then you can climb those.
Yeah, I would love that. It's been a really long time and I'm scared of heights, but it's a good challenge. I mean, no.
You're scared of heights?
I am not scared of heights. Oh. I'm scared of falling.
Ah, okay. That
ultimately I'm scared of dying.
I mean, isn't everybody?
There's people that are not.
I mean,
but like last night could have been it for me. So like I'll explain more in a little bit. But like ultimately it's kind of like the same. People are like, oh, I'm afraid of like the ocean.
Oh,
it's like no, in my case I'm afraid of drowning. So ultimately my fear is dying.
That is your ultimate fear. I am not afraid of
at least it's not needles anymore. I'm still scared of them, but it's not my phobia anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if I have like a deep phobia that sort of stops me from things. Like I'm trying to
I still really do them. I went on a cruise. I rock climb. I still do them, but like it's still like kind of there.
Yeah, I don't have a fear of heights at all. I'm like
my mom is afraid of heights-ish.
My mom's definitely afraid of heights.
She's afraid of like tunnels and bridges.
So like closed spaces?
Well, not really, because bridges is not technically a closed space. I think she's just like a structural integrity kind of fear.
Facts.
I think she's just afraid of being stuck somewhere where she cannot like realistically escape.
Right. Okay.
So like if there's because when we went to New York, with my school, she came because diabetes, blah blah. Our hotel was in New Jersey, and we had to take the very long ass tunnel to get into New York City.
Yep.
She hated the whole thing.
Yeah, I bet.
So like, thankfully, we weren't going in when there was that much traffic.
That's good.
So we were either like getting in towards the tail end of like rush hour traffic.
Right.
And we were getting out like pretty late at night because we would go to like musicals and like go to Times Square at night and stuff like that.
Right.
And so there was no traffic coming back. So I would, like, she would close her eyes and I would have to have my hand on her shoulder like the whole time.
Aww.
So she's like grounded kind of thing.
I think like when I was a kid, I had a fear of, okay, and this is like the weirdest fear because there's none in my none in my country. But as a kid, I was terrified of volcanoes.
Huh.
Like terrified. I think it's honestly, I think the reason why I was terrified of volcanoes was because I was really into like obviously like films and stuff. So like Dante's Peak was a perfect example of
there's also like a lot of films that portrays like eruptions.
Yeah, but I was also into like, and I kind of still am, is like Greek mythology and like Greece as well. So like
absolutely.
Pompeii.
Yeah, I did like a whole freaking project in school on Pompeii.
Yeah, and I think
that's so cool
that
though.
Like fear, like once I sort of like understood that like there was no volcanoes in Canada.
Yeah.
And like those like eruptions and stuff, like where they come from and all that
like
stuff.
Technically we do have a couple of them, but they've been like
they're
dormant for so long.
They're not active volcanoes, and technically we're not like on a fault line necessarily in Canada. So
the chances of that happening would have to be the apocalypse, literally.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, it's a weird fear.
Well, another fear I had growing up, which also kind of ties up to the fact that I'm afraid of like dying and like losing everything. I was afraid that my house would catch on fire.
Oh.
But like when I was sleeping.
Oh.
So like I always like if it was winter, I would wear like long pants to sleep with socks. So if I have to get the fuck out, I wouldn't be too cold.
Got it.
Because like I still had like my 2 cats, so I was like, I need to already be prepared to like go get one of the cats so I can get out, you know?
Interesting.
I don't think
I had that. Yeah, like it's really hard for me to picture like.
And I would have like nightmares about this, like on the regular. It was horrible. And then people wonder why I have insomnia now. I don't have those dreams like nearly as much anymore. And I'm not like as afraid of it now. Cause like it was a possible fear, but it's also like most an irrational fear because my house had like 3 like smoke detectors.
Yeah.
So if something happened, and like my family is like super careful.
Right.
With like putting the like alarm system or like making sure everything is shut down before going to bed and everything. The doors are locked. But I mean, it is kind of like an irrational fear. And so now that I think back on it, I was like, fuck.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
But yeah, otherwise, as I was saying earlier, I had kind of like a medical scare last night. The tube going into my catheter from insulin is that I decided to disconnect, and when that disconnect, you cannot connect it back in because the glue is out. So was like 4 a.m. It's been like 4 hours without any insulin, according to my Dexcom. So I woke up and I feel like I'm gonna be sick. To put it in a nice way for the people that has sensitive hearts. I still have like some of the after effect now, so it is what it is. It's gonna be like that most of today.
Yeah.
So if I'm a little gassy or yawning, that's why. But changed my catheter, fixed that, and then my battery decided it was time to be changed. But it's like 4:30 a.m. I get our like stack of like rechargeable batteries.
Yeah.
Put one in, says it fails. Put another one in, says it fails. Do that another couple of times.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not dealing with this BS. And I go get one of my emergency non-rechargeable batteries because I'm like, I'm tired. I need insulin into my body yesterday.
Yeah.
But I slept a couple more hours after that, but I'm here now. That's what matters.
We're here.
Chronic illnesses are fun, especially when the material breaks.
It's my favorite.
2 thumbs down. But also, speaking of diabetes, I don't know if you know of Abby and Darby on TikTok.
I don't think so.
It's the young lady with a diabetes detection service dog.
Ah.
They're the cutest. Abby sadly got COVID. And her body decided to be extremely insulin resistant because of COVID and because of the fever and because of everything.
Yeah.
And so I've been kind of like following how she's doing because like her blood sugar is, thankfully for her, is a lot more stable than mine is because I have insulin resistance on the huge. But I'm very happy for her that she has that. But I think it was last night I saw the video appear on my For You page and she was like in the 400s, which is like the mid 20 in the Canadian numbers. And when you're normally in your range and that happens all of a sudden, you will have no energy and feel like you can't do anything. And I totally understand where she was coming from. And then scrolling a little bit more and then seeing that her blood sugar was coming down thanks to some advice from her doctor. It's a whole journey. And like a lot of doctors has been saying like, oh, COVID doesn't affect type 1 blood sugar and diabetes. And I was like, I've been saying, it's like diabetes is like it's different from patient to patient, right?
Yeah.
So like your brother would react, like his body would react in a way and mine would react in a completely different way. And it's the same for like my brother.
Yeah.
And like just between my brother and I, we're siblings. And yet I have insulin resistance and he doesn't.
Yeah. It's true.
And so she's been advocating for like a bit like I'm doing, but like on a much bigger scale. So like breaking down stereotypes, making like people informed about what it is. And she also has a Dexcom in the pump, so it's really relatable for me. But I hope she gets well, like she gets better soon.
Yeah.
Because
COVID sucks,
and when you pair it with like another illness that you cannot get rid of is
so
sucks.
So fun.
We went into completely different directions, but saying literally the same thing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of COVID, we should probably start off our podcast here with the unfortunate news.
Well, now COVID has taken all of our boys.
All of the boys are now having COVID. JK has COVID, tested positive. He went to
he was already in Vegas.
Yes, he was already in Vegas before the rest of the boys joined him, minus Hobie, who was.
That was kind of sad though, because like JK left early. Okay, that happens.
Yeah.
And then the boys left and had to leave Hobie behind.
I know. And can't even join JK because he has to be quarantined. The good news is that, you know, he has been updating us. he's the cutest person on the planet. He's just
has a fellow Gen Z, totally understand.
Yeah, you know, we got that notification and then immediately he went on to Instagram and was like, don't worry, I'm okay. I swear.
And because he's bored out of his mind, he's doing more questions.
More questions. He brought his lamp with him.
And, like, oh my god, I saw TikTok. I need to find it. I need to send it to you.
Okay.
About the lamp. It's so funny.
I love it. I love my lamp. I finally received it and I absolutely love it. But yeah, he did like a Instagram video with his lamp and just saying like, I'm okay, I promise, I'm doing good. Just really bored, keeping exercise. Tay's comment on that post was so funny. Oh man.
I can't with them.
And I love that. So we got the notification for Hobie being
Nah, Hobie announced it himself.
Exactly. But the day before, Hobie was like, I'm free, y'all. I'm like honestly,
like Weverse, you're not fast enough.
Yeah, Weverse, sorry. He already said to his besties that he's doing well.
Yeah.
40 million besties is already in the know. So
it's like Hobie, like all of them, but like especially Hobie is like so connected to us in like this special way.
Yeah.
And so I'm really not surprised that he's like, I gotta tell them now.
I gotta tell them I'm good. I just like I love his like reaction to his letter was like the cutest thing ever. It like my soul was like totally like warmed and like happy. And even with JK having COVID, like he looks like he's in a great mood. And you know, I think that I believe that everything will be okay.
He's a strong boy.
He's a strong boy, and you know, the rules for the States is a little bit different than the rules for here or for Korea. So as long as he's symptom free for 5 days, then he should be out of quarantine. And
I mean, they're most likely still gonna test him.
Of course, yeah, you still have to get tested.
Because Weverse, because Hybe and Big Hip, like they keep saying it, like they pride themselves in their idols, like security and health. So they'll not let him go.
And his health is the most important thing. All of their health is the most important thing.
Yeah, boy.
Regardless of if they get to perform or not is not my main concern. Their health is my main concern. But
absolutely.
I do know how much they want to perform at the Grammys, so I am keeping my hopes up for good results for that.
I have a lot of faith.
Yeah.
And he's a strong boy. Also, Hobie's on his way, so it's fun. Hobie's on his way.
They'll all be reunited, and you know, Yoongi also saying like, "Let's reunite on stage" is just the cherry on top of this.
Yoongi's messages are always like short and to the point and incredibly sweet.
Yeah.
Like, that's very characteristic of him.
Very much so, yeah. He's like, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you in a short sentence, but I'm also going to tell you that I love you in these small words. It's very cute and very sweet. And, you know, I'm hoping for the best for them. And we'll find out on Sunday what's going to be happening. And what will happen and what that'll all look like. We will do our reaction to it, I promise.
Yeah, we need to set that up with the group chat, hopefully.
Yeah. Regardless, we will spill all of the tea about
all of the beans will be spelled.
All of it. No. No.
Spilled.
There you go. We got there.
Oh.
We got there. we got there. So
I'm ashamed.
I mean, you know.
I'm French. Okay, thank you. So you guys remember all of those past episodes where we're like, continue to vote for iHeart Radio, continue to vote. Well, the results are in. Well, they won.
Yeah, they won both of those things. So we secured our, obviously the fan award is ours. It's our crown. We won it like what, 5 years in a row now?
How to make it like anticlimactic, like we won.
Yeah, we definitely, we didn't prepare that in
advance. I can't with us this morning.
I can't either. But yeah, best music video for Butter, obviously. And the fan award, I think we've secured it 5 years in a row. I think
maybe. 5. But I mean, we're always there.
Always there.
That army right behind us when we say so.
Boom. Shakalaka, we win.
Pew 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 pew
pew pew pew. Yeah, so that's all good stuff. And also like in terms of like all this like paper stuff, we found out this week that BTSARMY is gonna be one of the covers of Time magazine as the most influential 100 most influential companies of like
Mike PD, let's go with his boys.
Oh, I love honestly that they're on the cover of that magazine because
quick side note speaking.
Yes.
I love that Mike PD is with them.
I know.
On that cover.
I know. I also love like this sentiment of like we are, you know, we've broken through more of K-pop, you know what I mean? Like they are the princes.
You know them walls? They broke them down.
Yeah. And I think like Time even dubbed them like the princes of K-pop, which is a pretty big
I mean, yes.
Thing. And I do know that physical magazines will be available in the US, as well as Time Asia. So
I want it.
You should get it and then get me one.
Sure.
Since you're in the States.
Sure.
I
as long as they're available online.
Yeah. I also think that
send me the link whenever it happens.
I will. Well,
because you're online more than me.
Aren't I though?
Well, on social media, yes.
Yes, I am.
I'm on Discord a lot more.
Very much
that's my niche.
That's fair. I listen. Social media is great.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, I love this, like, you know, that banging is very much like BTS is, you know, a part of my story, and I want to include them in the topmost companies because they're the ones.
They're part of each other's stories.
Yeah, and you know, to also be on Time magazine 3 times, you know, over the past
couple months.
A couple of years, right? Like 2018, they were on the cover as the Next Gen Leaders. 2020 was the biggest band in the world, and now in 2022, they are princes of global pop. So I think that all of those things are.
But I'm just gonna say real quick, they're princes. Period. Thank you.
We don't need. You know. They're in the same boat, different direction. I just like I love these sentiments. They're really great, and I love the showcase of not only the company, but that BTS is also included in that company as like I mean, they are shareholders, like they're stakeholders.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they are part of that company,
and I think
like more than just artists.
Exactly, and I think Bang's approach to artistry in general is like artists come first and the rest will follow. You know, that sentiment of like we build our artists so that they can really express their art, and then all of the other stuff, like all of the other like money sort of things
It comes
later.
naturally through your passion too.
Exactly, that's the difference, is like if you build your artists up to be, you know, that you put them first, you put their art first, they all of that other stuff follows with them, because the fans listen. As a fan, I know when things are faking or not. You know what I mean?
You
like,
can. I'm gonna make a weird comparison just to make my point, but like it's a bit like when you're in school, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in a class with a teacher that is not passionate about what they're teaching, it's gonna have repercussion on the students.
For sure.
But if on the contrary you're in a class and you know like the teacher either like loves teaching or like loves what they're teaching, you will feel it and the repercussions are gonna be good.
Yeah.
And so it's a bit the same with like companies. If you have like a company that is just like, man, just here for the money, and they're not really passionate about the music or like everything, it's gonna, like, the fans are not idiots.
No.
We will find out and we will like, we feel it. But like with Big Hit and Hybe, we feel also their passion for music, their passion for performance, their passion for just putting out like the best that they can.
Yeah.
And us fans, like not just with BTS, but like TXT or like other and Hypen or other groups under Hybe, like you can feel that they like what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And you know that like the artists are well treated, at least compared to other companies.
For sure. Well, and you know,
and I'm not gonna go into details for that because it's already been talked a lot.
No, but I agree. I think there is this level of like, you know, that freedom to be able to showcase your art in the way that you want to translates huge.
And also that mutual respect, like between 100%. Artists and staff.
100%. Yeah,
makes a huge difference.
I also think like this sentiment too of like for BTS, that meant ignoring the limitations placed on earlier K-pop groups and establishing themselves as princes of global pop. For Hybe, it means evolving as music agency, a tech innovator, and a creative powerhouse all at once. Bang, like BTS, has always dreamed big. So why is he doing this? Well, why not? I think that sentiment of just like, why put limitations on yourself when you can be so much bigger than that? That idea of like, we're in this box and we have to stay in this box forever, I don't know, to me just seems like you're not using all of the strengths that you have and even the weaknesses too. And I really just love that Hybe and Bang saw that and was like, yes, that's what we need. We need to like crush those limitations and be like, I don't think we need to fit into the mold of this K-pop genre. I think it can be
Big Hit and Hybe like became what they are because they broke out of these K-pop limitation that they had for decades. And I also like firmly believe that with doing that, they made their artists and their staff so much more happier.
100%.
And just having like in any like job or like field, having like happy and content employees, no matter what they're doing, will make the end result just so much better for the company, but also for the employees because they're going to do something that they enjoy doing.
And that's not to say that Hybe is like perfect all the time.
Absolutely
or, like,
not.
Things, you know, like they're like the all-seeing. Like no. That's not what we're saying.
But they have broken a lot of barriers
and
that other like major companies have yet to do.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're in 2022, so things needs to evolve at least a little bit.
For sure. And, I think that also helps that, Bang was a part of other companies and saw how they were doing things and was like, I don't think that we need to stick to these limitations. I think we can just do things differently and go in a different direction. And I think that worked really well for him. And, having the stars align and finding BTS at the time and, like all of these things.
Sexy Namjoon!
And finding all these things, and it was like right place, right time, right people gathered together, and then we have what we have today. And I just love that they were included in the 100 most influential companies.
But Chefs, they only have a strictly business relationship.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Of course. What am I talking about? Strictly business.
Strictly business. Social distancing, even at home.
Distance. I need distance.
Yeah.
But I thought, like, we should highlight that because I think it's a huge deal to be included with the likes of Disney and, Netflix and like all of those other huge companies that have been global superpowers for a very long time. I think them being included in that list is a big deal.
It is a big deal also because one thing that I admire a lot with Hybe and Big Hit is their transparency. With a lot of things, which like other major companies don't necessarily do.
I love
but I just like
we have like those sit down talks and they're just like explaining how the company is going to be moving forward and what it sort of looks like.
And
like
they also like make it like easier for like people that are not in the field to also understand what's going on and what's going to happen, and that's like very honorable for them to do.
Definitely.
Because business jargon, I don't know her.
I think it's such a different approach to have your fan base be a part of fan bases, I should say, be a part of like the company process. That's like a huge thing to sort of undertake. When you're going through things here.
It's commendable, and also like I feel like brings a lot of respect in between that, like in that relationship between fan base and company.
For sure. And like I said before, like they're not perfect. I definitely disagree with some things, particularly involving the NFTs, which we talked about when they did that company release stuff. Like I don't agree with that, but I do understand like company-wise why it makes sense, etc., etc. But I don't necessarily agree with all of those things. I just think it's interesting to have a company be so transparent about what they're doing and how they're doing it. That's all.
Yeah, sorry, Yoongi and TXT kept falling. I had to fix them.
Got it.
My boys, just over here falling around.
But yeah, I thought that like it would be good to highlight that because it's pretty cool, and I think it's an important.
Yeah, speaking of like Weverse and all of that, we had the V article in Weverse magazine.
Okay, so I saw a theory that
I think I know what theory you're talking about.
So we got Jin with Super Tuna, and we got like a behind the scenes of like his process and all that kind of stuff. Then we get Tae.
Like about 2 weeks apart.
And I think we might, in another week or so, get another article with another member about things. And we'll continue to get that for the next month or so before a new album comes out.
Yeah, I saw that theory. People would be like, every 2 weeks we get an article for each member, and then at the end it's an album reveal or something.
Because it kind of feels that way. Like the way that both of these. Okay, listen. I know my clown nose is on right now, and I know that it might not be true, but it kind of feels that way.
I want to be excited, but I also don't want to because I don't want to be disappointed.
I think May might be the time for this new album because hear me out. Because this also ties into the article, because I think like a lot of companies are pushing to have all their comebacks come in April. And that would be the perfect time to announce an album's coming out in May, because that leaves room for May to just like blow everybody out of the water. That's what I think will happen. But the article, wow. This article was so interesting to me. I love seeing Tae's process, and getting like a behind the scenes look at how he sort of develops music and sort of thinks things. It's so cool because he definitely has like a different approach. Like Namjoon and Yoongi and J-Hope, they're always like completely open about how their processes sort of like flow together. And even with Jin's article, that idea of like, it doesn't matter, let's just do it.
Yeah.
I love Tae's approach of I don't know, just being like so musically inclined, like thinking about
Tae's approach is a lot more meticulous.
Yeah, and a lot more like musicality is like more important even than like the lyrics that are going to be. Like he thinks in more how do I explain this? He thinks in more like musically rather than like lyrically. Yeah, like it's more about the musical flow and tone.
I feel also that might tie into the fact that he is a like a very big fan of like music that doesn't involve lyric. In the first place,
like jazz and
big
like
classical music.
Yeah.
So it ties in together really, really well, and for that reason, that's why I feel like a lot of his songs get inspiration from like
and I think
jazz or like classical music and all of that.
And just like listening to him talk about
his
songs, I feel like it's also more about like this overall idea of the song rather than like, you know, like 4 o'clock with Jimin and the dumpling incident, or Blue and Gray with like COVID-19. I think like capturing those like moments and like the overall feeling that you get from those songs.
And I mean, he does the same with like his paintings and drawings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love that tie into, you know, of him talking about his like painting sort of influencing and both of those things like sharing together. I think that also goes back to like him loving like the jazz, and because he's so abstract with his art that I think that that's like where that influence comes from of like it's not really about the specifics of those ideas, it's about like the larger like grander
he's got like that big idea, and then like the particulars of it are very much left to interpretation to like the listener
100%.
or the person that are viewing the art. And that's very like commendable. I feel, because a lot of artists don't really do that anymore.
No.
And so it's very
it's also very Tae too, because he's always like, had like this different idea than others. Like he
and he's very different. He's very different from the other members in that sense. And that is very Tae, and it's like kind of like also very cute.
It is like just like not listening, but like reading how he like approaches things. I love these in-depth, like, listen, I will praise Weverse articles until the day I die, because goddamn, they're so good. They are so good. And
seeing like Tae talk about like his process, or like just seeing him do stuff like in the soup or whatever. It his approach is like so soft. And serene. That it's hard to explain.
Totally. Honestly, I think like the article did such a good job of capturing all those things. I loved also getting like little snippets of each of the songs of just like, this is what my idea was and this is how I like did it. I love like those little things. It really did remind, you know, it gave like a nice in-depth of like, this is where like I'm sitting, this is where my emotional state was at this time, this is my idea.
This is us entering the Tavers.
I love it. And I think, you know, it goes back to this idea of like what Namjoon said about them all being so different and yet they're going in the same direction. You know, like they all have different approaches to music.
Yeah.
But
have that accumulating together,
yeah,
makes
they can
it
all
so
like
special,
come together. You know, and I think like a really good example of that is Blue and Gray, because like to have this idea and then to take it to the other members and be like, how do I have this idea, how do I push it into this? How do I create it? How do I build it from there? It's perfect. If you haven't read it, I really, really suggest you go and read it because
it's great.
It's great. Honestly.
Also, thank you, my lighting. Now I have no neck.
You know, I'm excited to see which member they do next. Is all I'm gonna say.
I'm not ready for Yoongi, so I'm just gonna say that.
I'm interested to see, like, because to me, I'm like, what does this mean for a new album? If they're going behind the scenes of how each member approaches music, what does that look like as an album as a whole? And we kind of got a snippet with that with the B album, but I was gonna say
B part 2.
Yeah, like I wonder if that's gonna be implemented like going forward. I don't know.
I did.
But speaking of clownery, we are such clowns. SnoopDog Collab?
Yeah, I was gonna say. But I was gonna say, speaking of music, SnoopDog Collab.
I love how I went clown and then you went.
Normally it's the opposite.
I am so interested to see what this collab, and I'm acting like it's real because let's be honest, Hype was like, we can't say anything at this time. Okay, perfect. That's confirmation to me that this is happening. You can't say that. Listen, you should have just stuck with saying nothing.
Yeah, saying nothing. Let us clown by ourselves.
Because every time this happens, every single time, they're like, we can't comment at this time. And I'm like, okay, perfect. That's confirmation. Thank you so much for everything. I'm glad that this is happening.
But yeah, if it does happen, we'll let you know.
Obviously.
Because if it does happen, we're gonna do a reaction.
Of course. So. Yes. I'm interested to see what that'll sort of look like, what it'll sound like, what it'll, you know, like,
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Like, you know, like Coldplay, Megan Thee Stallion, you know, like those collabs I could kind of be like, all right, I kind of see like where they fit into each other. Halsey was the same, like I can sort of see like where they fit in. But Snoop Dogg, I'm interested.
Sorry.
I'm interested to see like what that's gonna be like. Like how is it gonna be?
I can't take this seriously as of right now.
I don't know.
I love the idea of it, but at the moment I cannot take this seriously. I am so sorry.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a hint towards what their new album will sound like. I mean, Jungkook did say that like future albums he wants to go in that more hip hop direction. So maybe
this go back to their roots.
Yeah, maybe this is like a dark.
Maybe that's why Tae paid Yoongi at the airport.
Yes, airport fits. That's a good segue, honestly, into airport fits. To be honest, that moment was so funny.
Everyone was confused, including Yoongi.
Like,
Tae was so proud of himself.
My favorite theory to that was like he paid Yoongi just to hold his hand the whole flight.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, of course he did.
Yeah.
He was like dragging, yeah.
I'm pretty sure even if he didn't pay him, he probably would have still done it.
In that business relationship we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, airport fits. Cool, little cool, looking so good in his all black look with those stompers he's got on with the black. Oh, the rest of the members, listen, Tay.
I was gonna say Tay is sporting a bag he designed himself.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. Like, it's very hot. I don't know how to react to that because I like saw that photo and I was like, I'm done. Like, enough. That man has come from my throat and I don't know how to react.
Also, Yoongi and Jimin basically exchanging wardrobes.
Right? Very, like, yeah, Jimin looked very, I think, you know, like, with that beanie, though, I'm pretty sure he's hiding his hair.
Yeah, but, like, he went all black. He didn't have to go all black.
No. Yoongi's hair is so long. Oh my god. Jin, listen, that Canadian tuxedo making me feel all kinds of ways. All kinds of ways. Making me feel just like
Yoongi's sweater, the beautiful, like, rich blue with the yellow.
Yes. Ah, I love it.
And then Hobie went all black too, I believe.
Was he? I didn't see
his. I think so. Let me check.
I didn't see his fit yet, but
maybe it was Koo and I.
Maybe it was Koo.
Listen, I was half asleep.
Yeah, I don't know if he's left yet. Maybe he has. Junie with that like sweatsuit is definitely more like my speed to the airport. Right. Or actually Tay's look I would wear to the airport. 100%. I don't know what I'm wearing to Vegas yet, like on the airport, but we'll see. Or on the airplane.
Yeah, he left today.
Oh, okay, okay.
He went all black with a jacket that has flames on the arms.
Ah, that's very Hobie though.
Yeah.
Very, very Hobie.
He's either very colorful or all black.
All black, yeah. I love, yeah, Namjoon looking like just so good. He looks so thick. With like 3 C's. He's looking thick though.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's so terrifying. I would say my favorite. Okay, what was your favorite look out of all 7 of them? I have a tie, but go
or ahead. Was it not the right one? I mean, he's still all black, but he has. Huh. He's still like all black. No, did he? Internet, what are you doing?
It's fine. I'm sure Twitter will have those.
I'm on Twitter right now.
But
RJ Hope is already at the airport. It looks like he has the duck bag and his goddamn yellow scarf.
Of course.
I mean, he's all black anyway.
Okay. So then out of all of the looks we got for airport looks, what was your favorite look?
Yoongi's. With Jin being a very honorable mention.
Okay.
The embroidery on his look was so good.
Yeah. I have 2. I would say.
But then Junie, like the boyfriend look.
The boyfriend look is a lot. They all look so good. Okay, if you had to pick one look, which one would it be?
I have to go Yoongi. He looks like it's so like simple, but also like he looked so comfy.
Yeah.
And I strive for comfort.
True.
What about you?
It's between Tay and Jin, but I think Tay wins it because honestly, I was like shook.
Yo, he matched himself to his bag.
I love it. I love like the slacks and the blazer and that colorful shirt underneath with the bag. Oh my god. I could only strive to be. Although like my look, I do honestly like wear a lot of stuff like that. So it's very similar to my look.
I mean, this is my use.
Been wearing a lot of like I love slacks. They're just so comfortable. Like even more than like jeans. I just they
if I would find some that actually fits me, like I don't and I don't look like a potato at them, I would wear them. But I haven't found any. I have a badonkadonk. I gotta deal with that.
Fair. But for me, I think, like, I love the Canadian tuxedo. It really, like, speaks to my Canadian soul. But I think for me, it has to be Tay. He just looks so good. And the perm, like, get out of here. I can't.
You already know how much I love Tay's perm hair in general. It's always so good. And when it's black, it's the best.
They're just all looking so good. I swear to God, Hype, if you take scissors to Jin or Yoongi's hair, I'm gonna be mad.
Hey.
Do not.
If they do, it needs to be forehead revealed. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I do miss the Junie haircut.
True.
Because like that, like short haired haircut that he had is honestly my favorite on him.
Yeah, I do love his short hair. The blue colored hair is probably a close second for me. Yeah. I love the Dynamite era hair. But
yeah, the hair where it was like, this is my favorite hair that I've had on myself. I was like, I totally agree.
I agree.
It just like fit his personality and like his face, and it was
so good. So good. I loved it.
I have issues.
Same. We also got a surprise. I'm not gonna actually like talk about the Oscars. The only thing I will talk about is the fact that BTS was there, and such a surprise. Like, to be honest, I am very surprised that the Oscars didn't use us for clout in that way. Comparatively to other things that we have been a part of. I am very shocked and surprised that we, like, it was just like a complete surprise that they were like talking about their favorite Pixar moments, and you know, the fact that they like did that Run episode with their voiceovers, and Disney being like, oh, it's BTS, they're allowed to use whatever they want.
Yeah.
Kings. I love that surprise. It was just such like a giant surprise.
Yeah, like all of our meeting were like, oh my God,
what? Like, what the heck is going on? Yeah,
especially since the Oscar were spicy meatball this year.
Yeah,
that's all we're gonna say. If you know, you know. If you don't, look it up.
Yeah, that was a whole thing that I was surprised about. I didn't watch like the whole Oscars. I find them as equivalent to the Grammys. I don't understand a lot of their like choices, and a lot of the awards that like I would want to see are not even televised, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, do we know if the award that BTS is nominated in is televised this time?
I don't actually. I don't know if it's televised this time.
Because it normally is. It's just like they changed it last year. Yeah. I mean, we know why.
Yeah, I don't actually know if this year they're going to televise that particular award. I'm hoping they do. But I'm not 100. I don't know. I'm excited to see what Grammy
I will throw hands.
looks that they're gonna
I will throw hands for their looks.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see what their looks are gonna be. I'm also extremely excited about this performance that they're gonna have with Butter. I mean, maybe they'll just like throw that out the window, and I mean, okay, the reason that like Cookie left early was to do something with Grammy stage, so I'm like, what is happening? Are we getting
people are also speculating that he might be doing a collab.
Ariana Grande?
Yeah. That's what people are speculating.
Honestly, I would enjoy it if he's gonna like perform.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, their voices together would be so good.
And I mean, they've met before too.
Yeah, they have.
So
I don't know.
When they were back in LA for On.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're in for a lot of surprises at the Grammys on Sunday.
I mean, in Vegas in general. I mean, Vegas is literally turning purple.
Yeah, okay. So, Vegas is turning into Borafication City.
This way?
It's gonna be wild. So we found out some more information. The thing that I will say here is I wish that we got all of this information not the week before the first concert dates are going to be.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Because as an ARMY, like, I had flights, hotel, all this shit booked prior to, like, even getting the tickets. I had this stuff booked.
I mean, with, like, ARMYs, we don't really have a choice but to do that.
I know. And so I'm kind of, like, I don't like having plans, like, the week before that things are going to be happening. It's just,
especially stuff on this scale,
right? Now the exciting part of this, after I'm done my rant here, let me move from ranting to excitement. So the exciting part here is, like, there is so much happening. So lots of things are going on. Hotels, there's BTS rooms. We're staying in a hotel that does have the BTS rooms, but we didn't get the BTS room, which is fine. Like, the four of us are gonna have a BTS room regardless. Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, it's gonna be the four of us, and we're all ARMY, so it's going to be a BTS room.
Guys, bring a photo of me and take a selfie with me as if I'm there. Please.
Yeah. So that's exciting. So the hotels are being involved. We're there's gonna be a cafe with, like, BTS meals, which we already booked. So excited.
I can't wait to see the photo.
It's gonna be so good. Area 15 has a pop-up and a behind the scenes, which we already booked tickets to that. Which honestly is great because we decided to go on the Sunday after the last concert, which is kind of perfect because
you guys are going to day 3 or day 4?
Both.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. You told me you were going to.
Yeah, day 3 and day 4.
We're gonna be watching one of the concerts together, but I'm gonna be.
It's okay. You'll be in the group chat with, like, everybody else.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the online tickets too.
Yes, that has not been announced. What else was announced while I was thinking?
A lot.
The Bellagio Fountain is they're gonna have a whole thing. Apparently it's, like, every concert day going, like, every hour.
And also, like, a lot of like shops are also doing BTS related stuff that may not be, like, necessarily involved with hype and everything. So that's where it's just, like, there's a lot of businesses like that have been talking about it on TikTok, and there's gonna be a lot to do.
And even, like, on the stadium grounds, there's, like, so much happening. Like, so much is happening.
I mean, it's Vegas. It would be really weird if it wasn't the case.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like, you know, because they wanted to do this for Map of the Soul concert. Like, this was going to be the plan for Map of the Soul, is to have, like, every city be this, like, experience rather than just the concert. And I did see a lot of people, like, disappointed that we didn't do this in LA, but I would like to say that, like, LA was a completely different, like, period in time in terms of
that, and it was also, like, very last minute when you think about it.
It was
compared to Vegas, at least.
Yeah, it was very last minute. But also just, like, the period of time that we were in during Las Vegas, like, there was way more restrictions. There was way more, like, we were at, like, the tail, like, the beginning of Omicron variant sort of, like, ravaging through that area. So I think that, you know, I don't think you should be disappointed with LA or the Korean concerts, because I
mean, there was still, like, a fair amount of stuff.
There was still, like,
in
stuff
LA.
Going on, and I don't know, like.
And I'm also, like, LA is a lot different than Las Vegas. Like, Las Vegas, totally. There's also, like, there's always a lot going on.
Yes. Oh, and the after party. Sorry, I forgot to mention that one. I just love, you know, that if you, like, weren't on Twitter, there was this article that came out about, like, you know, Allegiant Stadium selling out and being one of the biggest stadiums, but they were disappointed because BTS fans are, as per usual, we're called in that age group that is not over 21. And we sold out all 4 nights of the clubbing event, so I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about.
How many times will we have to say that, like, the average BTS fan is like
between like 19
20
and 29.
Yeah, and like even like
older.
Yeah, it was like probably to like at least mid-30s.
Yeah,
like that's the average age. Because
totally.
you have like people that are older, and then obviously people that are younger.
Yeah,
but like the average, like most of us are adults.
Exactly. Like Vegas is not cheap to go to. So the fact that we're able to sell out all of these events, I mean, I'm just saying. But I'm really looking forward to what all of this is going to incorporate. Cuz it's been a little crazy, like
a little
bit. I'm excited. I'm like really looking forward to experiencing all of the events. You know, the last time I was in Vegas was in 2019 in August. So
I'm sad I've never been.
It's fun. It's a good time. I had such a good time, and just thinking about like all the memories that we're gonna make while we're there, it's gonna be so much fun. I don't know if you guys want me to do a vlog while I'm there. I mean, I can. That's
I would love to see it personally.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll do like an Instagram poll and see what everybody.
I'll be voting yes. Concerning 7 Fates, do you mind if we do 11 and 12 next week? Because I haven't read this week's.
Yes, yeah, we can do 11 and 12. Yeah.
All right.
And
I just checked. There is a 12th chapter.
Oh my god, they lied to us.
Yes, they did.
Maybe they were just like seeing if people would actually like watch like
yes.
I don't know. Yes, we can do 11 and 12 next week. But in the last sort of like news thing, I really want everybody to participate in this. So there is we have like Research BTS that goes on Twitter. They're doing another ARMY census, so please,
second year, baby,
please go once it's available. I'll leave the tweet down below,
and we'll also like retweet it and share it whenever it does come out,
because I think it's one of those things that's like really it's a good thing to be a part of, just so we can like see how like large our fandom has grown, what the demographics are, where everybody is sort of situated. Like,
I mean, also kind of like connect.
Yeah.
It's like a fun way to connect with each other.
Absolutely. So when we start to get more information about it, we will definitely be like supporting it and like sharing with you guys about how to participate and like where to participate, all that kind of stuff. So, but I just wanted to mention it because I think it's like a really fun and important thing to like.
And whenever the results come out, just like last year, we'll do like a breakdown.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun breaking it down. It's super interesting to see like numbers and
yeah, baby.
Yeah. All right, should we move on to artist shout out before I talk even more?
Yeah, baby.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. You're on that road to amazingness.
I'm on a roll here.
Yeah.
So my artist this week is Magic Happenings. So does a lot of like bucket hats, like a ton of them.
You love your bucket hats. You've been sharing a lot of like artists that do bucket hats and bags.
So
I'm seeing a pattern here. That's just like that one period of time where I was only sharing like artists that did like chibi.
Yes.
Stuff.
Yeah. It's a very similar thing. I love the vibe. I love a good bucket hat. I feel like it adds to a look. I'm just like, I'm totally into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. My artist this week is Ritz on Twitter.
Oh, we got a Twitter this time.
Yeah, boy. Their art is so beautiful, and it's giving me that kind of like webcomic anime vibes. It's so pretty.
I love it.
It's mesmerizing, really.
I am completely into it.
And I'm just like, hello?
Hello?
Can you share some of your talent with me, please?
Oh my god. Like, why is ARMY so talented? I swear I've seen so many, like, concert fits that I'm just like, damn. I need to step up my game.
Yeah.
Need to be stepped up.
Oh, by the way, I shared with you the TikTok I was talking about. It's why is it so loud?
This motherfucker brought his mood lamp with him to fucking Las Vegas. Oh my god. I can picture him packing and Jin being like, no, Jungkook, you need clothes. Clothes, Jungkook. And then he's just like, but Jin, my mood lamp.
But Jin, my mood lamp.
My mood lamp.
It's a fact, though. I mean, listen, if I could bring mine with me to Vegas, I definitely would, to be honest.
Maybe you should. Because I'm guessing you guys are all sharing one room.
We are, yeah. We certainly are. Listen,
because we're less than last time.
Yeah, split between 4 people, it works really well. So I don't know. I love my mood lamp. What was it on? Because I received it on Monday. So that night I like put it on. I put on some like tunes, and it was just so nice to just like lay there and
That felt so nice.
It's so nice. I had a great time. I have a great time. The only thing I'm missing is Yoongi's necklace, which will be here like actually close to my birthday is when it's predicted to arrive. So
mine is predicting to leave in like August.
Mine is June, so maybe I'll have a Yoongi necklace birthday. I mean, that is a birthday present to me. So.
Yeah, but also like I'm still waiting on those goddamn advent calendars.
This is what you get for living in the US. You get cheaper shipping, but
I get no shipping now.
I feel sad for myself because like increase in Weverse shipping, dude, it hurts.
You're like you get like cheap shipping. Like yeah, I get no shipping right now.
Anyway, I don't have any memes this week, to be honest with ya.
I have a couple. So maybe we do like a schmod.
We could.
Well, that I could share with you.
Sure.
Let me pull up our Discord.
I'm trying to think. That's my homework. You don't need to see that.
What chapters were you doing?
I was doing assignment 7 for the Talk to Me in Korean. It's true. I love Namjoon and Tae.
That baby.
I love him.
Love
them.
Oh, this one's a TikTok, but it's funny. It's a short one.
Oh, I did find this one.
Yeah. Also, I think this one was shared by Lenny this week.
Okay, I think this literally was shared. This was like posted on Bella Porch's comment, I think. Listen, Bella, you great. I'm so glad that you were able to do that, but like, girl. Facts though, good at everything. Like, how are they so good at everything? It drives me nuts. Why is that moment so funny? Like, I don't understand what happened there. And his, like, look at the money. Like, Yoongi's look at the money.
He's just like, what is this?
This image just makes me laugh so much. That's right. Let's get it.
Gotta fight, you know?
I don't know why.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't know why this image makes me laugh so hard, but he looks so small. Oh my god. Facts. Yeah.
Oh my god, this one is so random. Why? What happened there?
Why does he look so... I don't...
Discord apparently wanted me to send you this picture of Banjo.
Cute. Alright, you got one last one to round us out?
Yes.
Them with confetti, I swear. Wasn't it like... I think it was at the soul, one of the soul ones. He like ate some of the confetti.
It was either the confetti or the feathers.
Yeah, I think it was the feather during Black Swan.
Yeah.
Good lord.
But like they're all doing like okay face, and then you have June.
Oh my god, I love it so much. So much.
Oh, you're ready for songs of the week?
Yes, indeed.
Sorry.
Songs of the week. Let's go.
So my BTS song this week is Jamais Vu.
Ugh.
Because I was belting it in the shower yesterday. Or was it the day before? It doesn't matter.
And our hurt line is...
Yeah, it's like... Remedy!
It is a very good shower song, though.
You're just like...
Yeah.
It's also just like a really good song.
It's facts. It is. Such a good song.
And my non-BTS song is Honey by Solar.
Oh.
The song is addicting. It's really good.
Nice.
And she's like so pretty.
I mean, what's not to like?
I mean, I sent it to my friend as her song of the day on Monday, and she literally tweeted about it, and I was like, my job here is done.
I'm complete. Thank you so much.
I will do this again tomorrow.
I feel like my song of the week for BTS is very similar to yours. Like in terms of like how it makes you feel. So mine is "Fly to My Room." I love that song so much.
You want to know the funny thing though? Or like right after Jamais Vu, Film Hour started to play.
Oh god.
And so you keep belting.
Yeah. That's a fact. You keep belting in your sorrows. I don't know, like, Fly to My Room is just like such a perfect comfort song of like, and I've like built my space to be very much like that, like safe space that I can go to and just like enjoy and be, and I don't know, it's just so like comforting. And my non-BTS song is 0x1 equals Love Song.
I know I love you. I'm making
Honestly,
sure to sing really bad. I'm not actually this bad, guys. I promise.
Honestly, this song is iconic.
Yeah.
It's iconic. It brings me back to like my like angsty teenager days, and I love that so much.
Such a good song. Like, it's impossible not to like it.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. And I heard it the other day. I was like scrolling through my TikTok and it came on and I was like, yes.
Have you seen the most recent Yeonjun TikTok? I mean, I shared it in the group chat, but I'm not sure if you saw it or not.
Oh, I saw it. I don't want to talk about their TikTok account because it's too much. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. Sick and tired. Anyway,
You know when you have an existential crisis?
Yes.
This is what it is.
This is what it feels like. Anyway.
All right, let's close this bitch.
Let's wrap it up for today. We talked about a lot of things, so we want to hear your comments.
A lot of related things and a lot of unrelated things, but just share your thoughts in the comments.
Share your thoughts in the comments. If you're going to Las Vegas, what are you excited about? What do you want to see? What do you think is going to be going on? What are the events that you're going to go to? I want to know down below.
I also want to know. Yeah. Because I want to get excited through other people.
Exactly. Want to know. Want to get excited. You know, I'm going to be there 15, 16, so if you see me, say hi. I promise I'm not that scary in real life.
She's small, so don't look too high.
I'm pretty small.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm a small human. That's
like, she told me she was small, but like... Also, I think you I think you didn't expect me to be the height I was.
Oh, no, my like best friend is your height, so it was totally understandable. It's fine.
Cause like I'm used to having like shorter friends. Cause like even growing up, most of my friends were shorter than me, and I had like only a handful of like girl friends that are either my height or like slightly taller.
Yeah.
So I'm used to like my best friend is about your height. So
yeah. What can I say?
She's small as well.
I'm small, but to be honest,
I mean, you know, I like my squishies. So.
Yes. To be honest though, I'm kind of like the mid-size really between like our entire group.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of
if you see me with one taller person and then two smaller people, that's the group that I'm in.
That's so true.
Love you. I'm like,
Lenny, represent us. Yeah, the tall group, the tall girls in the group chat.
Yes.
Lenny, please.
Please.
All right. So as usual, we have a new podcast coming out every Thursday and a new clip coming out every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. Yes. You can also listen to us on the go, basically on any like app or place where you can listen to podcasts on the go.
Facts.
You can also find us at our social media at Army ThinkTank or at Army ThinkTank Podcast, but not on Facebook.
No.
We're not on Facebook.
No.
But otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified when we post a new video. On that note, have a good week.
Have a good week.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good week. Bye, guys.